So what suggestions do you have for parents on how to kind of get outside that box of, I'm not just this job, and I think, unfortunately, in our society, we classify ourselves by what we do instead of who we are. Mm-hmm. So what can we do to get out of that mentality and to really accept the reality?
Well, I think, first of all, to recognize that you bring all these gifts and talents that God has given you as a unique individual to the homeschooling arena in your life. And He intends for you to use them. Mm-hmm. It is amazing how many talents and interests and passions that we have, whether we're the mom or the dad, can be brought to bear to the homeschooling world. And it's so exciting. So, all of a sudden, this example just popped into my head of my husband. My husband is a 3rd degree black belt in jiu-jitsu. And once I had him come in and kind of teach the boys and the dads some self-defense moves. Mm-hmm. And I just loved that. He felt great about himself. You could tell, and everyone was enjoying it. And that's what homeschooling, I think, is all about, that we all get to enjoy one another's talents and interests and passions, and we don't have to be certified. My husband did not have to be certified to teach his jiu-jitsu moves to my kids and my friends' kids. And the same with me. I'm not a certified teacher, but I absolutely love public speaking, and I love teaching kids how to be better speakers. I love teaching them how to be better writers as well. But I don't have the degree to do that. But homeschooling allows me to do that. Yeah. I have friends who are artists and crafters, seamstresses, they are engineers, and all of those things, all of those gifts they use to bless homeschoolers. Or even just, a woman who just has the gift and passion for hospitality, invited all these girls and their mothers into her home for a Valentine's luncheon. It was extraordinary. And, it's just something that, if you were working full time in another profession, you wouldn't have time to indulge those hobbies and passions. So be open to what God is doing in you and how He might use your talents and education and interests in homeschooling. You may be very surprised. I know I definitely was. So that's one way.
That's such a good point, because and it's interesting too, as you talk to people, that have different backgrounds. We interviewed a family at one point, and she had a background in science, and a lot of their homeschool was around science because that was her interest, and her kids loved it. And God doesn't give you your gifts because your kids are going to hate them. They actually usually embrace them. And so
He gives us those gifts to be a blessing. We're not supposed to keep them to ourselves. We're supposed to use them to help people. And homeschooling is a great arena for doing that.